Good morning from sunny but chilly Flagstaff, Arizona at 7,000 feet. I had a wonderful night here last night. It was peaceful, quiet. It was cold, actual cold. Turned the heater on last night, cold. I love it. Man, how refreshing is that? I mentioned in my last video I went to Home Depot to get some supplies, and I went to northern Arizona Wind and Sun to get some things as well. But unfortunately, things don't always work out as I plan, and I'm humble enough to share that with you, but, well, let me show you what I got and what I was trying to fix. Yeah, because ironically, it's not hot anymore, but several times in the last month it's been really, really hot, and that's made the battery compartment here with the inverter really, really hot. Those batteries got up to 100 degrees, it was saying. So, because this is a closed-in area, my plan was to vent the heat. So this is basically how I go about fixing a problem. First step is to recognize the problem. It gets too hot in here. I need to get that air out of there. Secondly, I want it to look good. I don't want it to look crummy. So I envisioned a outside dryer vent cap that has the louvers that open up when air is pushed. And I thought that when this is closed, it would look something like that. And I can paint this later, but that was my idea. So I went to Home Depot to get all the supplies to make this happen. And the first big blunder I had was that, Eric, wait, the door, when I open this, is going to go up. So any machinery that I build in here, this has to move like that. So then I realized that it can't actually go on the door. I do have lots of space back here. See that? So it could go there, or it can go there, as there's lots of space right there, okay? But, you know, here's what I got. Now, Home Depot didn't have any 6-inch versions of these, just the 4-inch, but they have a 6-inch duct fan, right? And then they had a 6-inch to 4-inch adapter, like that, and like that. See what I'm thinking? In the store, this is working really well in my mind. First of all, it's a 250 maximum boosted CFM. That's with the air pushing it through the air conditioner or heater. 160 free air CFM. So it's pushing 160 CFM. And when I plug this in, I can hear it. It's not even pushing these out at all. Well, maybe a little bit to push some air. It's not pushing enough air, basically. And the other problem is, see where the inverter's at right there? This whole contraption, it can't go far enough, no matter what. Over here, same thing. It hits on the switch back there, so it won't fit there with this adapter. I'm not saying it was a bad idea. And then I had some water heater galvanized strap that I was going to loop around this to help it hang back there. I just didn't consider the dimensions of this compartment well enough to make this happen. And I'm irritated at the fact that this does not push very much air at all. So I need another suggestion, but I'm not going to be worried about this until next summer, now that temperatures have dropped again. A more immediate need is to find a way to heat this compartment for the winter so that these lithium batteries don't freeze. You know, there's some little plug-in 200-watt heaters they have. There is possibly a way to drill a hole somewhere and bring air in from inside the RV. Stuff like that. But anyway, I need to return all this stuff because this idea didn't work. Well, here we go. I'm back at Northern Arizona Wind and Sun in Flagstaff, Arizona. My solar distributors, where I got all my solar gear. And I'm going to go in there and get 2 more Battleborn batteries and some cables. And just wanted to plug it one more time. It's Northern Arizona Wind and Sun. If you're looking for somebody to help build you a custom solar system for your RV, they'll do that here. Talk with James here. And they also have a new install thing. If you can't do it yourself or don't want to do it yourself, they have some information on getting that installed here as well. But yeah, this is their new location. I think 2 more Battleborn lithium batteries, 500 amps total, is really going to be the ticket to my boondocking. Here's the new entrance lobby. I'm just waiting to talk to James, my solar guy, and get some more batteries and cables. All right, so we got room for 2 more batteries here. As you remember, I had 3 of these 100 amp hour lithium batteries installed. I just removed the 2x2 that was on both sides holding these in. They were against the wall. What they're going to do now is come back this way so that the other 2 batteries can go here and clear the charge controller. So all the battery banks are going to scoot forward, and then I'm going to put another board behind them to secure them this way, and one more right here to secure them that way. And I was talking with James about the bay here, my troubles trying to cool it and heat it, and he brought up a good point. Since this is an enclosed area in here with both my gray tank and my black holding tank and a bunch of other electronics, it's not your typical storage like everywhere else where it's just a bay that's a square box underneath. It's heated. Of course it is, with the onboard furnace. Right there where that furnace duct is right there, one goes underneath the floor. Yeah, I can see it when I look through that vent. It goes under the floor and heats the under area right here. Now that's great to know for the winter. However, with the catalytic heater plumbed into the propane tank, that's not going to affect any heat down there. It's only going to be when I fire up the onboard furnace thermostat through the ductwork. But check it out. In previous years, in the wintertime, when it's cold and I first wake up, that's when I fire on the onboard furnace. Because we're already getting solar, I've got battery coming in, so I don't have to worry about draining the batteries. Overnight, if it's under freezing, I'll run the catalytic heater, or I'll just run it until right before I go to bed. And also, James schooled me a little bit on the lithium Battleborn batteries here, because we all know that lithium is very sensitive to heat and cold. Well, maybe not so much heat, but definitely cold. In fact, once these batteries get to 32 degrees or lower, internal battery, not ambient temperature, but internal battery temperature, 32 degrees, you can no longer charge them. You cannot put a charge on them. There's a system in there that won't allow you to do it. However, all night long while it's freezing, if these are freezing, you can still invert power and use the power. It's just the next morning, you'd have to wait till the temperature comes up, hence turning on the furnace in there, heating up this bank, or doing whatever I gotta do to heat it up. Yeah, I gotta watch myself on this particular slide right here. I've hit my shoulder twice already. This is geez, I haven't put that slide out in like almost 2 months, I think. It's got serious problems, and it's a pain in the butt to put back in, but it does open the space up a lot more. I need to get that slide worked out, or just live without it, you know? Okay. Now, lucky for me, I've got nothing but nice things to say about this company, Northern Arizona Wind and Sun. They're one of the only places I know that does everything. Well, you can walk in there and pick a solar panel off a pallet in the back and pay for it great deals. Like those 320s, I think the 320 watts, they're still selling for under $200. Buy one or buy the whole pallet, whatever you want. You know, they have everything. And they have good products like the Victron stuff. So you can go in, if you're the kind of do-it-yourself person, you can go in there and grab exactly what you want. And most of this stuff doesn't even need to be ordered. They got the wire. They can cut the wire to fit. They've got all the right components. But specifically, if you don't know where to start, talk to James there. Okay, and have him walk you through. He's an RVer person himself, so he understands boondocking, okay? So he'll help build you the system for your needs specifically, and then get you some really good, wholesale prices on that gear. And if you're still worried about how am I going to get it done, Wayne's over in Florida. Well, they do have a sister company that also does installs there in Flagstaff. They also have a remote company that goes out to houses and stuff, and I'm actually getting some really good treatment. I'm getting some mobile services come here tomorrow. So James is going to come here tomorrow with already the right cut wires and everything to splice into the current system that Wayne built, and to help me add those 2 batteries to the bank. Check all of the functions on the app to make sure it's okay. Also, just 2 days ago, Victron Connect is now compatible with Mac software. So you can download the Victron Connect on your Macintosh computer now. It was always available for the iOS mobile Apple stuff, but now you can do diagnosing straight from your MacBook, which is brand new for Victron, and I'm really happy that's there. So I am going to spend one more night here. This will actually be my 3rd night spent in this one little campsite, and then tomorrow morning James is going to come over. We'll get all this settled. I'll show you what it looks like, how everything gets put together all clean, and I'll give you a little review of everything and how it's going. Well, hey, and through the magic of YouTube, 2 more days have passed since I last shot any video out here. I'm still out here at Flagstaff at A1 Mountain free dispersed BLM camping. And man, I just love it out here. It's cleared out a little bit. I don't have any neighbors. Well, I do have one, a Tioga Class C over there. But yeah, I just can't. I really do want to get back on the road. Route 66 is coming, but this place is just so perfect for anyone who likes to boondock. Just quiet, nature, peaceful, living off the solar. You know, it's, oh, but the system's done. Do you want to show him Skeletor, or should I? Okay, I'll show him. Woo-hoo-hoo! Count them. That's 5 100 amp hour Battleborn lithium batteries. It's a little shaded back there, but the 5th one is right there. Yes. Looks all good. It really filled the space. Technically, well, I'm not even going to say it. I was going to say turn one more battery and I can get a 6th back there. But no. This is good. This is good. Still looks really clean. And I will mention that James even pointed out that Wayne did an awesome job with this install. He was impressed. He said, wow, this is the kind of work that we like to see. This was done right. After we got all that put in, James did help me set up the system. We made a couple changes to my system here that will just kind of help me monitor my battery use on the road. The first thing is just how we're going to monitor battery usage. And everybody's different when it comes to solar. Some people like that percentage. I'm at 98% of my batteries. Some people only care about the voltage, you know, going from 13.31 down to 13.22. That's a big difference, and people can relate to that. Me, what I appreciate most from the Victron stuff is the up-to-the-minute live countdown of how much time you have left until empty, okay? So whether you've just turned on a 1 amp fan, or I've got the 55-inch LG TV going at 3 amps, or the laptop's charging and I'm editing, that countdown is constantly live updating. 14 hours, 2 minutes, 12 hours, 12 minutes, until empty. Now that empty thing was not quite set up the way I liked it, so we did make a change to the actual countdown itself. So right out of the box, if it's counting down, say you get like 22 minutes till empty. Well, for my system, that was 22 minutes until the battery bank was at 50%. So this entire time, what, 5-6 months I've had this system, I've never depleted my 3 batteries down under 50%, and I didn't even know it. Now we changed that on just the way I wanted to, was to 20%. So the new countdown time and the percentage is now going to work to 20% of total battery. And I've mentioned it before, but lithium batteries, still, you will not damage them if they go to 0. Still, you probably don't want to go under 5 or 10. Me, I'm picking 20. Just, that's my comfort. You know, that's my magic number. We set up a couple alarms that were not there in place before also, so now at 12.2 volts, I'm gonna get an alarm both inside of the panel, and if I'm within Bluetooth range, my phone will tell me, hey, you're at 12.2, and at 12.0, my inverter will shut off automatically and will no longer invert power. 2 reasons for that, for me at least. One, if I'm not paying attention or something and the batteries I'm not monitoring it close enough, or what's actually happened to me, I'm plugged into power at an RV park paying for it, but there's a park outage. Well, you're not going to see a change with this system because it's going to react so quickly to invert that I never even knew that we lost power. And so then I'm just running off my batteries, but thinking, hey, it's unlimited because I'm plugged in. I can run all the air conditioners and microwaves nonstop and not realize. So that alarm in place will make sure that I know what's going on with my system all the time. And that's about it. I'm feeling really happy about this system. Not that I wasn't happy before, but I got a really good solar system. And yes, it cost a bit of money, but if you want to live this lifestyle of boondocking, you got to bite the bullet and you got to get what works. And so talk to James over there at Northern Arizona Wind and Sun. See what he can do to help you out too. I am going to spend night 6 out here because I got a little ahead on my videos and I can just be me and not, I only made 1 video out here. So I loved it out here, but Route 66 is calling, so hang tight. My next video, we'll get right back on the road and go explore east. See you later, guys.